Hey there, everybody. Hey there, everybody. It's Fred Thomas, and you are watching Rideable TV, the YouTube channel for frame and wheel, 80 bikes, and all things bike. And today I'm going to talk about this Austro-Daimler Super Leicht steel frame set. But before I do that, let me remind you that Frame and Wheel is a leading full-service provider of selling services for cyclists, bike shops, bike companies, bike teams, and cycling-related nonprofit organizations. And if you are a cyclist and you're looking at your basement and you see a lot of bike stuff that you've been thinking about selling, but you just haven't done it yet, pick up the phone, call me 207-415-3746, and we will arrange to get that gear from your space to our space into the market, and you will be able to move on with your life. Now, before I talk about this Austro-Daimler Super Leicht, I want to conduct a little experiment. You can see in the background we have a Gokizo wheel. These wheels are known for their ultra smooth bearings, and they spin like mad. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spin it, and I'm going to start talking about this frame. We'll just see how long the thing spins. So check it. I'll give it a good solid spin. Let's see. Yeah, nothing too hard, nothing too weak either. Anyway, so this steel Austro-Daimler Super Leicht frame set came in, and it's a great example of premium steel frame sets from the late 70s and the early 80s. And it also has special significance to me, which I'll get into a little bit later. But first, let's talk about this thing. The unique thing about it is it's absolutely huge. It's a 64 centimeter, which is going to be suitable for somebody who's north of 6'2" or north of 6'4". It features Reynolds 531 steel tubes. It weighs in at 7 pounds 9 ounces. It has a Campagnolo record bottom bracket, square taper installed, Campagnolo front and rear dropouts. And it's got a lot of little details that are nice. For example, the lugs are cut out so that you can't quite see it, but there's a little triangle in all of the lugouts, and it's painted. It's filled with gold paint. There's also gold piping around all the lugs. This all indicates that this was a premium frame set in the day. They took that extra effort to add that little detail. Also, the chrome seat stay. There's a chrome space on the seat stay. There's chrome on the top of the forks. And my favorite touch is that there's a little AD on the top of the seat stay. And the decals are in good shape. It's missing its head tube badge decal. And there's wear on it. I mean, this bike is over 30 years old. There's some chips in the finish, but there's no corrosion. Let's see. Some of the other features is that it's set up for 700cc wheels. The space, the space between the dropouts is 120 millimeters. The effective top tube is 60 centimeters. Head tube is 20 centimeters. It's a threaded 1-inch steer tube. It's rim brake. It is a classic steel frame set. Now, its significance for me, as you might have guessed, is that it's one of the frames that inspired me to restore the brand to the 21st, restore the brand for the 21st century. I used to race the champagne version of this. It was yellow. And in fact, here's a picture of me in my golden youth posing in France with a family that followed me around all the races. That's a Champagne Super Leicht. I had considerably more hair and considerably more muscle. I don't think I was as clever as I am today. But that bike and that model and that brand was the muse, and it resulted in a restoration or a reinvention of the brand for the 21st century. So this is what the restored or the modern version of the Austro-Daimler Super Leicht looks like. Now, what we did was we sent the fork of this frame to a color specialist who produced this little piece of plastic for us. And we sent this piece of plastic to the manufacturer, and they did a pretty good job of matching the color exactly. So the unique thing, what we were allowed to do, we modernized the technology, but we kept the colors the same, and we made some improvements to the graphics. So, for example, Austro-Daimler is very difficult to read and to remember and to spell. It's got grammar in it. So what we were able to do was just take the logo and, using the modern technology that is available now, superimpose the logo on the down tube, which is a far more compelling and graphically pleasing site. And now, what does AD stand for? Authenticity, dedication, accessibility, determination. Awesome dude, any day. You pick. But the point is, the modern version of the Super Leicht is full carbon, integrated seat post, bottom BB30 bottom bracket, tapered head tube, Di2 design, and it weighs 3 pounds and 4 ounces. So a lot lighter than its ancestor. So that is why I am talking about this frame set. It has extra special significance. And if you like the look of a modern AD, you can find them on our website, adbikes.com. If you want a head badge, we got those too. It's a decal. It's an exact original replica of the original. It's got gold plating. It's beautiful. You could just slap it right on there and you'd be all set. So that Go-Seco is still spinning. It looks like it's sort of into its last rollout back and forth. But anyway, I'll do a video about those wheels. They're really smooth. It's pretty remarkable. But anyway, if you're interested in the frame set, if you are interested in that, it's on the store right now. We ship in a day. You got any questions, you can call me and I'll answer them. That's all I got. Talk to you soon.